Alright, so hi everyone. This is Joet from 8peak.com, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through in creating your first campaign email in ActiveCampaign. So we're kind of going to discuss how you can select the right type of campaign and how to utilize the email builder, and doing it from the beginning until you're ready for schedule or sending of your email. So let's dive in. So let's open my ActiveCampaign account here. All right. So once you're in your Active Campaign dashboard, or once you log in, this is the dashboard. This is where you're going to land, dashboard of your Active Campaign. So from there, all you need to do is just go to campaigns, and then just here, there's a sub menu here, just go to campaign. And from here, you can see all the campaigns that you have sent before. But if this is the first time you're going to create a new email campaign, it would be a different page, but it will have a button that says here, create your first campaign. But anyhow, if you get this window, then you will see this dashboard wherein your past campaigns are here, or your drafts, or everything that you have created so far will be here, and you have this recommendations. So you can just toggle this off at the top right, and then you can just um, hide it. Now, to create your first campaign, you can just go and click this button here, create a campaign. Okay, and there are 5 stages here. You can see it at the top, and you can also exit back or next. So the 5 stages here is creating the campaign type, selecting your list, designing the actual email, and summary of your campaign, and then sending or scheduling. So the first stage is type. So this is where you're going to define what type of campaign you're going to send. So there are 2 sections here, the campaign name and the select a campaign name. So I'm just going to say a peak.com first campaign promos. So it's internal, so your customer won't see this or your recipient won't see this. Just internal for you to kind of remind you what that campaign is, so you can use any name it accordingly. And in the second section, there's a select a campaign type. This is where you're going to, what type of campaign are you going to send. So there are 6 types here. The first one is standard. So as you can see here, it's a regular one-time email. So if you're just going to send out a one-time email, such as, a flash sale, um, just a generic sale email, or just an update about your company or your shop, then you can use it. The main idea here is the standard campaign is best if you're going to just send it for one time. Now the automated is where you're going to create, an automation, an email campaign wherein you will define the trigger, what will be or what will it take for the recipient to receive this, kind of creating some conditions. So it's automated. You can set it one time and it will run until you post it or you kind of deactivated it. Then autoresponder is, as you can see here, it's an automated campaign that will send after someone subscribe. So if you have created an active campaign form and embedded it in your website, then this is the trigger or campaign that it will be sent um, every time someone's subscribed to your newsletter or your list. And the fourth one is split testing. So this is great for gauging how effective a particular um, email email version you're going to send. So in split testing, you can A/B test the email subject, the email content, and the audience or list of your campaign. And the fifth type of campaign is RSS triggered campaign, wherein you sense whenever your RSS base feed is updated. So this is best to kind of send a campaign that updates your subscriber about the newest post in your website or blog. So in the campaign builder or email content itself, it will need your blog feed URL so that it will display the recent updates or new posts in your blog. So this is best for bloggers, I would say. And date base is a campaign that will be sent depending on the date field in your contacts information. So it will need a date field in your contact list or each contact list, and the email will depend on that date whether to send it or whether it will be whether it should send the campaign that you just built. So it will get whether before that date, on that date, or after that date. So you can define the date when the campaign will be sent. So for this video, we're just going to stick with standard. So after you define those two things, just click on next. And from here in the list stage, you're just going to select the list where you're going to send the email to. So if you have several lists here, you can just select multiple lists, and also you can segment it. So if you have particular list of persons or contacts that you just want the emails to send to, then you can also segment it. You can not see it here because I only have one contact, so it doesn't make sense to segment anything. But you will see here at the very bottom of this a segment options wherein you can select and define your conditions for the filters for your segment. And once you selected that, the next thing is the design process, the design stage, wherein you're going to actually create the campaign. So you will be presented with this pop-up. So you need to select one. So either you use the email designer, you can use a text only campaign, or a custom HTML. So in the text only, this is best for just kind of personalization, wherein there's not much image in it. You'll see this every time, like for especially for coaches, personal development coaches. You see this every time, just a plain text email that you receive. Usually, that is how they build it. And the third one is custom HTML. So this you're going to upload or create your emails from scratch using code. So if you're um, you do coded templates, then you can use this template type. Or if you're utilizing a third party like Stripo, you can import the code from there to ActiveCampaign and just paste it here, and the email will be rendered. But for this one, we're just going to use the email designer. This is new because this was launched in 2022, so like a year before. And this is really cool because it's so powerful. You can build just about anything. So I'm going to use that and click continue. And from here, you have four tabs. So you have the basic template tab, the design templates tab, and layouts and past campaigns. So let's just tackle a bit about these four tabs. So basic template is where the pre-made active campaign templates that you can use. So it is named accordingly so that you can be guided. You can also filter it out here. Also, if you have a custom template that was created prior to this, then you can see it here at the custom templates. So the custom templates will be created from here, campaigns, and then campaign templates. But we'll go to that shortly. So the second tab is design template, wherein it's a pre-made templates from ActiveCampaign, pre-designed. So you can select this one of this. So there are hundreds of templates in our ActiveCampaign that you can utilize. And layouts is simply just defining what is the layout of your email, like a two-column email, three-column email, two-column with a header and everything. And past campaign is if you have several campaigns that was sent before, you can use that. So it kind of duplicates it, and you can use that for this particular email that you're creating right now. So we'll just go and create a start from scratch so that you can see the email designer in action. So I'm going to click start from scratch, and it will ask for your from name if you haven't defined it yet here in the settings. I'm going to 8eek.com, and I say I have, and 1 second, and this email subject, you can define, you can put it here, the email subject. So don't worry about teaser or pre-header text. We can always um, change this later. So I'm just going to put that there. So continue, and then you'll be redirected to the email campaign builder or email designer. So as you can see here is the subject. You can or the internal campaign name. You can change this here, and also this is where the visual um, look of the email that you're building here. And in the right hand, you can see revision. You can also undo and redo changes. So if you made a mistake, you can just undo this. And also you can see the code here. If I open this, you see the full code of that particular campaign. And here is the preview. If I go click here, it will give you a preview of how your email will look in desktop as well as in mobile version. So it's really cool, and you can exit it out back. So you can also test email from here, send it to a particular email so that you'll see the campaign, how it will look in the inbox. Also, there's a button here, test email, and here is the settings where you can redefine your subject and the teaser or pre-header text, the from and reply to, and also the test campaign and spam check. So the cool thing here is the reply to email. So a lot of email marketing software or application out there doesn't have this, which is kind of pretty important. So, for example, you're going to send your email using this email, and then if someone replies to it, you can define a different emails here, like contact at 8peak.com. So, at face value, this is what your recipient will see, but if they reply to that, this is where their reply will go through. So this is very helpful if if you have different department that will be handling replies to a particular campaign. So this is cool, and you can always save this. Okay, so as you can see in the right hand section, you can see two tabs here as well. So content and then the global setting. So the global setting, as it defines how you design your email, what are the layout, and in a global setting, and what are the different fonts, what font will be used for a certain element like the heading or the content itself, how you will color the button in all of the email content. So you can define it here. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections that you can define. So general setting is where you can change the message width. So you can change the layout so up to 900 pixels or something like that. So that's how you can make your email content narrower or wider. So I always stick with 600 to 650 pixels. I'm sorry, I'm not sure actually if it's pixels, but I believe it is. So message alignments, you can define how the layout or how the full email will be aligned in the inbox. So I would go with always center, and you can change the padding here, custom padding, and something like that. And also you can define here the what font family will be used throughout your campaign. So I would say let's just use Open Sans, and it will be applied to all the elements in your email. You can also change the line spacing or line height. You want it narrower or if you want it wider. There are also four design here that is not shown for some reason, so you can make it how high it would be. So paragraph bottom space. 1 second, my cat is really noisy. 1 second. Okay, so yeah, thank you for that. So here in the general settings, you can define how links will be designed, if you would want them underlined or not. I typically don't like links to be underlined, just a different color, I would say. So responsive design is where it will automatically design your email in mobile or in tablet screens. So if you don't toggle this, then what you see here on how it was laid out is what it will look as well in mobile or tablet. So it will be fixed. So always use responsive design so that it will be user mobile friendly or screen friendly. RTL is right to left text direction if you want that. Background image, you can also define a background image for your email. Some devices doesn't allow you that, but so it's always good that you kind of use what do you call that, a background color, just a fallback in case your image is not being shown um, in email applications. So here in the sections, one second, in sections. Okay, here at sections, you can have, there are a few things here for sections. The header, which contains your logo, the content, the actual content of your email, and the footer, and the info area. So you can change different things here, that like the font color, link color, the background of your full email. You can change that, or your header in this case. So if you're going to design here red, then it will also be red in the header section. So let's just remove that real quick. And the next section would be the content. So the content of your email. You can define the text size, the background color, the font color, and the link color. And also the footer, you can also define the elements there, the design of how it will look, and also the info area. And after that, in the section, there's the heading. So heading 1 head to heading 6, you can define how it will look or how it is designed, like the color, the font size, and everything in between. And also you have the button here. So this is kind of the design that will be used throughout all the buttons in your email. So it's a global setting way, but still you can always define it in more specific. It's just the global setting. So if you wanted this to be different, the design, then you can change that in the block design. So mobile formatting, if you wanted to to have a different design or different look, like the font size and all that, you can define it here in the mobile formatting. So this will be just be shown in mobile devices or um, with a smaller screen breakpoint. So that's for the global setting. The next one will be content. So let's go to the content. So there are three sections here: the structures, the blocks, and the save module. So the structures is kind of how you will want to lay out the particular section. So you can have a one column, two column, three columns, four columns, two columns with the one slightly smaller and the other way around. So you can actually have up to 9 columns in ActiveCampaign. So you can always do that. And the structure is where you're going to create or add blocks to it. So this is the structure. However, the one that is the columns here are called kind of containers. So the containers will contain the blocks like the image, text, button, and all of that. So you can add different blocks into a container. So it's pretty cool. So let's go ahead in the save module. So if you're adding a particular section in your email repeatedly and you want it to be used in the future campaigns or every campaign that you build, you can save a particular section. So um, here, save as module. Then you can just use it every time you wanted to create an email. So for example, I'm going to save this module and design content or um, depending, you can name it anything you like. And then next time you build a campaign, it will be here and you can just drag and drop it over to your campaign. Now let's actually build the email. So I have an email content here. So what we're going to build here is kind of a flash sale email. So here in the logo, so it's this is the header section of your campaign. So This is a text block, so I'm just going to delete this real quick and replace it with an image. So to use the actual logo. So I'm going to upload my logo here. A second. Um, so I'm going to add this logo. So you can resize this at anything, any size you want. So I would say let's just keep it to 300. That's actually too large still. So let's just do that 200. So you can always use adjust to width. So it will kind of, if you do this, it will be bigger. So it kind of maximize um, the container space. So let's go back to 200. And responsive, just always use that. So padding, if you wanted custom padding, so I wanted custom padding to my left and right there. And that's that. So that's for the header. So in this section, I wanted to add a menu. So the menu block is where you're going to um, add kind of the usual links or the common links that you wanted people to have to see at first, like the home page, the shop page, or your specials page, or the contact or account creation page. You can use the menu link for that. So if you every time you have a block, you simply just click on it so you can see all the different settings that you can define. And also here in the container, this is the actual container, so you can um, define it as well or design it differently, and to structure and to section. So as you can see, there are four: the block section, and the block is contained into a container, and a container is inside the structure, and the structure is inside a section. So as you remember in the global setting, there are different sections here: the header, content, footer, and info area. So that's the structure. So here I'm just going to use links. So you can define icons or also icons with link. So you can also use that. So I'm just going to align this real quick, and I'm just going to use links. And here at the bottom, you can define it like home. Let's see, https://.com. So I'm just going to, and the link color is blue. So in the global setting, I wanted to define it differently. So I just go into the content or section. So you can change the link color here. So let's just use a dark something like that. So it throughout the content, links will be in that color. So I just kind of use that. And you can also define it differently here. So if you wanted red this time, then you can define it, but all the other links will have the global setting color. Just, just want to change it back so you can use undo or redo. Um, let's go back here, and this one will be shop. So let's see, like that. And I would say let's this create an account or sign up. Just going to use placeholder emails here. So you can define this further, like for example, I wanted to be um, I wanted to add more. So to add more link, all you need to do is just I'm going to add a menu here. So let's see specials. Just use that there. You know what? I wanted to show specials before the sign up. So that's just about it. So you can also define different one using the menu, and also you can link it to different links, so site, mail, file, Skype, or anything in between. So basically it all has the features that you can think of. So if you wanted to add more, then you can add more here. Like for example, I say login. Okay, and that's it. Wow. Okay, so if you wanted to use this mojo, so you can also define kind of background color. So let's say, let's go to the container where the menu is. So I'm going to use, sorry. So the menu, I'm going to change the background color to a different one. Say, 1 second. This little menu is really, okay, so they need to change that UI. But anyway, there, and say let's color it white. hmm and and that's about it. So, and then that's for the section or for the email, and I'm going to drag the hero image here, going to add in this one. So that is our email. So you can use the adjust to width feature so that it automatically adjusts to the width of your email. And then I wanted to add the verbiage here. So this will be the verbiage. Oops. Okay, 1 second. There. So it's kind of weird, but I'm going to kind of lay it out. So I'm going to use a text block for this one. And so I use this one. So you can change the, say, about this one. And you can change the font size here. 16. Let's go for 16. And then let's make it, yeah. And if you wanted to bold something, then you can use this. In the text block, you will see this WYSIWYG editor. That's that. So let me just delete this. Okay. And then if you wanted, and I wanted to drop a button here, let's go with shop now. So if you click on that, you will see define the different things or design. So I would say let's go with this, and you wanted to make it bigger, you can change the background color, the radius of your button here. Let's just find 5, and then the alignment of the button. I use an emoji for the icon, so if you wanted to use a different icon, you can up, upload another one. So let's just do that. So adjust to it. If you wanted full length like that, then you can do that as well. So I wanted to have a padding of so that it makes it a little bigger there. So also margin, if you wanted top, left, right, or bottom, you can define the margin for that as well. So that's about it. And I wanted to have a bigger button size, and let's make it uppercase. You know what? Let's remove the emoji for now. Okay, so that's about it. So here in the flash sales section, I wanted to create a two-column section. So I'm going to go back to structure, and I'm going to use this two-column structure here. Um, there. So let's just move this real quick. The bottom. I'm going to delete this. So this is just the new structure. I wanted to create a space, so you can use margin for the at the bottom or at the button block, but let's just do that. I'm going to use a dynamic space. So the space block, there are a couple of options there. So you can have a background color. You can change the background color to red or anything like that. So I'm just going to undo that. You can always use Control Z. And I don't like the underline, so you can kind of remove that. And also you can change the size of that underline. You can define that as well. You want it to the left, at the bottom, or just plain center. It will be responsive. Make sure you use that. So you can also adjust the padding there. So there's a lot of options for just for the spacer block. But if you just wanted a dynamic space thing, just toggle this dynamic spacer. It will remove the line and you can drag it to the desired space that you want. So let's go back to the two column. So I use the column here because I wanted to, let me remove this real quick so that, 1 second, there. So there's already a two column, so let's just remove that other one. So I wanted a two column wherein in the left there's an image and then the right there's text. So let's go here in blocks and drag an image block here. So let's upload another one for that particular sub image, I would say. So let's use this and there. So I would say let's make it adjust to it there. It's a kind of grainy, so let's just keep it that way. So you can adjust it real quick here as well. And here at the second section, I wanted to have a heading here, text, and then I'm just going to use this flash sale detail. And I'm going to change this to H3. Just remove that. And then you can use multiple blocks in one container. So I wanted to add another block here. So, and use this one. Okay. So this is kind of bulleted form. So minimum order of, so let's say $100. So you can always design the, let's say 16. You know what? Let's change the global setting to be 16 so that we don't have to change it every time. And let's go back here. And let's say I wanted space here. So let's make it dynamic like that. You know what? Let's say 18. So it's kind of a little bigger. So I need to adjust it from here because I already defined it differently. So let's make it 18 there. And flash tail detail. So you can always bold this to get some emphasis. So if you wanted to have this bullet form, you always do that as well, like that. But I don't want it that way, so you can just undo. Okay. So it's kind of looking quite better. So let's say I wanted space here, make it dynamic. Just going to use that like that. And then I wanted to add another structure here, one, and then create a new block. Let's say text block and this one. 18, and I want it centered and that way. So you can always have a little background from there and you can define the padding so that it doesn't go over the edges there. So, and that's it. So let's remove this white choices, I would say, and let's go straight to the need a GIF. So for the need a GIF section, I wanted to use a new section because I wanted to save it as a module because I wanted to use it in every email campaign going forward. So I'm going to drop an image block here and then upload image. Okay, let's use this. Okay, so that works. Use this adjust the width so that it goes all the way to the edges. And I wanted to add had an image block here near the GIF. So let's use this. Okay, and I wanted to make it a little bigger. Let's see. And I wanted to have a padding. So I'm go back to, sorry, let's have a padding here. Custom, I just wanted padding in left and right 15. So you wanted to keep it, sorry, keep it uniform throughout. So if this is 15, then it's better that the padding is also 15 here. So let's just use that. Okay, so that would be better. Um, okay, so I already use a padding inside the container. I don't want to add more in the block section. So, okay, so if you wanted to save this module because you're going to use it every time, then you can click on it and use the structure. So just go to the container because you're on the block level, the container, and then to structure. And once you're there, you can save this as a module. So I'm going to use this module and save it as a find that perfect give section. And you can add a description. So um, find a give section for all email campaigns. And then you also can categorize this. So this is really cool. This is very powerful. So tags. So if you have a lot of modules that you repeatable modules that you want, you can filter it or categorize it. And you can also use tags for it, like um, content, GIF, something like that. So GIF, like that. So you can use any tags that resonates with you. So that's for the using structure blocks. What else that we have here? So there's another one here. So if I go to save modules, I don't think I've saved it. So let's just go back real quick. Go to save this one to find GIF section and save. And it's already, if you go to save modules, it will be here. So all you need to do is just drag it again and it will be duplicated. So I'm going to remove this. So I didn't delete the actual structure. So anyway, let's just remove this. Um, okay. All right, that's it. Um, what else do we have here? Okay, let's use this one. You know what? Since this is an email block, let's just use this. So I'm going to use this 20 and say, so there's a button here as well. Let's just remove this. Okay, and it is bold. And then I wanted to use the same button. So all you need to do is just duplicate this and just drag it over to where you want it to be. Okay. And this is where the margin comes into play. So I wanted some margins in the top and bottom. Oops, let's see, custom. So just wanted the top and the bottom there. And that's it. So this is the footer section wherein you can define another structure here. So just wanted to probably use um, an image again, like my logo here. And you know what? I wanted to use a two container thing. So if you go to structure, you can add another container here like that. So I want it to be like that and just add a new block here about about 18 infinity. So let's see, 18 infinity is the number one shop for fashion deals. Let's just use that. So I wanted this to be a heading, so let's go heading 2. You can always define it differently like that, and probably I wanted the background of this particular section to be um, let's say this color. um, so if your image is transparent it will go through, but this is not transparent unfortunately, so let's just go with a different background. Let's just stick with the white one, I would say. Just make the use out of this. Wanted to just put a spacer here between that, and I wanted my social icons to be here. So, um, so this is the social block, so you can change it, the design of it, however you like. So let's see. Then you can put here the link to your social icons or social media, I would say. And I wanted this to be aligned left, so that's it's neater. And just add some spacing here. And I wanted it to be, and I don't want any padding here, so let's remove this. I mean, for the left and right, so that goes through that. And let's make this a little smaller. Let's see, I think that works. Okay, just remove this. And then this is required. So every time you create an email in ActiveCampaign, this unsubscribe link and the sender info single line is required. So if you wanted that to disappear, all you need to do is just add another one here. So let's see, because it's not editable, you cannot edit this one. But if you create a new section here, like say, let's go here for text section, unsubscribe, you need to have an unsubscribe link, and there's and I wanted to have this. This is called variables. So once I link and unsubscribe link it, this part will disappear. So let's see. Wanted a link here, and all you need to do is just use the unsubscribe link personalization. If you're not sure about that, like me right now, just go to just Google it real quick, and you can get this one. This is the short code, and I'm going to use that as the link. So as you can see, once I put in that subscribe link, that part disappears. So if I, because these two, unsubscribe link, and sender info, single line or single info, sender info is required in all campaigns. So if I remove this again, this part will again show. So if I add this here, it will disappear. So that's about it. So it's these two are two important thing that, and I think we're all set. Let me just remove this um, border here. So it's in the container. Let's remove that because it doesn't look good. And I think that's just about it. So this is very simple email. Um, let's put in some padding here. It doesn't have one. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm all set here. So let's just go and preview it. And this is how it look in the desktop or something like that. And then this is how it look in the email. So as you can see, it automatically creates a mobile version. Um, Dear customer name. So this is a tag, custom field. So I wanted to use, so you can use a field in your contact. Just use personalization tag here. And I wanted to use the first name. And that's whenever it's sent, it will display here, dear, depending on the first name in your contact field. And that's it. That's about it and how we can create an email in ActiveCampaign. So let's go next. So we're in the fourth stage now, which is the summary. So the summary is basically just the summary of your campaign. So you can see the subject. You know what? I haven't defined this. So if you edit this, you go back to the design stage here, as you can see. So here in the settings, I'm going to define the pre-header text, um, 24 hours only. Let's see, like that. Then save, and then go back to the summary stage so you can see the overview of your campaign. So you can see the subject here, pre-header. If you need to edit something here, you're always going to go back to the design stage. So from, and the email, reply to email, the list that I've chose. So there are several options here. So you can track open, read, and tracking. Always keep that on. Link tracking, reply tracking. So if you wanted to track replies to your emails, you need to click this. And also, if you have Google Analytics integrated in your ActiveCampaign account, you can always use that. Actually, you don't have to integrate it. It's just what um, in your Google Analytics dashboard, as you can see here, this is what in the analytics dashboard will show. So it's some technical stuff and everything. So if you want the campaign archive to be public or private, people can access it, your archives, then you can define it here. And this is where you can schedule your email. So if you wanted to schedule tomorrow, next week, or next month, or usually I'll just go with specific date and I'll say let's schedule it for September 1, and I can define the time here, the clock, and then you need to activate it. So you need to have it on so that it will start, scheduling it for September 1 at 8, depending on it. So you can also send a test email and also a preview. So spam check is where ActiveCampaign will kind of give you an overview how probable your email is going to spam. So it doesn't pass, then you need to kind of revise your campaign a little bit so that there's a higher chance that it will go to the inbox of your customer or recipient. And that's about it. So if you don't have this as active or on, you can choose to save it as a draft and then or send it right now, like right now, or just wanted to schedule this, then just go and on that and then finish, and then it's scheduled. So once you go back to the campaign dashboard, you will see that it is now scheduled at 8 September 1. So you cannot further edit this, don't worry about that. So you can also disable it or send now. or rename the campaign. So I wanted to campaign, rename this to a different one internally, then I can do that. You can also duplicate this or save this as a template or totally just delete it. And that's just about it. So I hope this video helps you in any way. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know, or any comments. That's how you can create a campaign, an active campaign. I know a lot of people have having difficulty or um, challenges in using the email designer, but eventually, um, once you'll get it. I mean, it's not beginner friendly, but it's a thing that can be learned. So there's a learning curve, but once you did your first campaign, it will be easier the next time. So yeah, there are a lot of people saying that active campaign is not friendly, user friendly. I agree with that, especially if you're new to email marketing. But if you have some experience like with other EMS platform, then you will find ActiveCampaign very powerful than other EMS, especially the email designer itself, the way the structures, the container, and the email blocks that are native in ActiveCampaign. You see that it is very powerful and have more features than other email designer and EMS platform out there. So yeah, so thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day, and feel free to contact me if you have and you want any help with active campaign related or other EMS platform, because I work with different marketing platforms out there. So thank you again, and you have a great day. Bye bye.